And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Starting off with today's satellite imagery, you got low pressure here scooting just south of the Pribilof Islands. Had some clearing earlier, but now snow showers moving into St. Paul and St. George Islands. Good area clearing out in advance of that low center here. Sunshine over Nunivak Island and up to the north a ways, all the way down in toward the Alaska Peninsula. Colder air, snow showers here over the western northwest Bering Sea, sweeping down into the central Aleutians. And here over the interior, lots of sunshine here for northern Cook Inlet, up into the interior, and even back out here to the west. Kind of a narrow band of some light precipitation here over the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, and then kind of breaking up over the Bristol Bay area. And for the southeast coast, we had a front here moving through earlier today, followed by a lot of shower activities. You can see the broken clouds here extending well to the west-southwest, actually all the way off the chart there. And a low pressure area just east of Kodiak Island, bringing some clouds mostly here to the southern Kenai Peninsula into the Barren Islands. Could be a few light showers in there, but nothing very significant. And on today's chart, there's that low there in the western Gulf of Alaska. Front earlier today over the southeast coast has since moved eastward there. Most of the snow showers to the north here over in Canada and the Yukon. So basically a dry and fairly sunny day in areas, variable clouds elsewhere over the interior from the Arctic coast down into Cook Inlet here, and again out Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, eastern Bering Sea, and some snow showers down here into the central Aleutians for tonight, kind of shifting eastward here from the central Aleutians. That'll be carried in on some gusty north to northwest winds there, drying out light winds for Adak and Atka under a high pressure ridge in advance of the next system there off to the southwest. That brings rain and increasing wind, or precipitation, I should say, and increasing wind. Central western Aleutians, showers start tapering off along with the winds for Unalaska Island and eventually into the Alaska Peninsula here. Much light, or pretty light winds for the Pribilofs with scattered snow showers tomorrow, and mostly dry up here for the northern Bering Sea, into the Chukchi Sea, a big portion of the interior, all the way down to the southwest coast. Dry conditions, partly to mostly sunny skies. More clouds here down to the southwest, and there will be up in the interior. And then some light snow shower activity there for the central and eastern Alaska range down across the eastern Copper River Basin. And a weak trough brings showers, or continuous showers there for the southeast coast. So this low slipping a little bit to the south there from tonight's position, actually to the southeast a little bit, but still southwest flow carrying bands of and surges of moisture into the southeast coast. That will really taper off on Wednesday here, just some isolated shower along the central and south coast, otherwise dry, light winds, mostly sunny up toward Lynn Canal, Glacier Bay, eastern North Gulf Coast. Still some leftover showers there for the Prince William Sound, but nothing significant, and some flurries or snow showers over the mountainous terrain of the Copper River Basin, eastern Alaska Range. Otherwise, the interior, very nice conditions, dry, light winds from the Arctic coast all the way down to Kodiak Island and extending off the coast here a fair ways, at least to Nunivak Island, picking up the clouds around the Pribilof Islands, and then this elongated front here keeping it wet over the Aleutians with the strongest winds from about Amchitka Island westward to Shimia. And then for the day on Thursday, weak trough out here keeps it unsettled and wet. That's where the coldest temperatures will be there for the Aleutians. So, rain or snow for Adak and Atka. Areas of light rain here along the Alaska Peninsula and eastern Aleutians, but winds on the light side there. Dry northeast flow here, keeping it mostly clear all the way out, maybe to the Pribilof Islands, northward through the Bering Straits. And it looks like the cloudier areas will be here over the eastern part of the state with just an isolated snow shower or two over the eastern Alaska Range. Dry for the Brooks Range, starting to pick up some northeast winds through the passes of the Brooks Range up there. Otherwise, a dry day for much of the Panhandle with partly to mostly sunny skies, the exception being Prince of Wales Island eastward and that Metlakatla toward Misty Fjords, Hyder. Look for a chance of rain or rain showers with that trough that's mostly to the south. And for the lows tonight, below zero here in the interior, all the way out to the Arctic coast. Otherwise, teens and 20s, south central Alaska. Upper 20s for Kodiak Island, out to the west, mostly in the 30s there. Some areas in the upper 20s, especially for the western Aleutians. Colder temperatures out that way. And in the upper 20s to lower to mid 30s for the southeast coast. Highs for tomorrow, Upper 30s northern panhandle, lower 40s south, mostly in the 30s south central Alaska, lower 40s Homer to Kodiak, lower to mid 30s Bristol Bay. Interior, teens to lower 20s, all the way up to the Brooks Range. There are single numbers, and then staying below zero for the North Slope and the Arctic coast. Anywhere from 0 to 5 here for the Bering Strait to St. Lawrence Island. Lower 30s for the Pribilofs, and lower to mid 30s there for the Aleutians and Alaska Peninsula, followed by lows on Wednesday morning below zero north of the Alaska Range here into the northern Kuskokwim Valley, and near zero for the Seward Peninsula, at least around Nome. Unalakleet there 5 below, 6 below for Savunga. Colder on the northern peninsula there, down to 10 to 15 below, and 15 to 20 below for the Brooks Range on out to the Arctic coast. And for the highs, we're looking at upper 30s north to mid 40s south of the Panhandle, not too bad there. And highs lower 30s now, a little chillier for Wednesday afternoon here for south central Alaska, mid 30s down toward Homer, upper 30s Kodiak, in the 20s for Bristol Bay. And mostly in the teens and lower 20s over the southwest part of the state, right out to the coastline there, near zero for St. Lawrence Island. Add 30 degrees to that for the Pribilofs, and in the 30s for the Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula. Interior here mostly in the teens.